everybody. So I just want to come on here and explain what happens when you get an IUD inserted into you. A lot of people are afraid of the IUD, which I just don't understand why is really a good alternative if you're like one of those people that don't believe in chemicals and whatnot, and you want to be, chemical toxin free and whatnot, but still be on birth control. I strongly recommend getting the Paragard IUD. I got mine inserted in I think it was October the 3rd, and I had it in now for 3 months now. Actually 4 months, because now it's like February the 5th. Yeah. So the first day that I went in there and got it inserted, it really wasn't the first day. This is bubble tea, by the way. I was just slurping on that before. Yeah, so I went to Planned Parenthood around my neighborhood, which is located, I believe, off of Locust Street in Philadelphia. I went there the first day. I could not go because I had to get educated on the Paragard copper IUD. Even though I've been researching the Paragard copper IUD for probably like since I was 16, and I'm now 18, and I'm now 24. So I already knew about it, but with Planned Parenthood, they really want you to know on their side, not just anybody walking in and say, oh, why know about the birth control and whatnot, because anybody can come in there and and don't really know about it, and they just say that so they can just get in and go on without their day. But the people there, they was really nice, really not judgmental. I was expecting to arrive to the Planned Parenthood and there'll be like people with like little protesting signs and whatnot of talking about anti-abortion and stuff. It was none of that. I wasn't there for that in particular, but I was just thinking that Planned Parenthood was a hostile environment. However, Planned Parenthood is not hostile at all. I learned a lot there. I learned that they also offer I don't want to mess it up because I don't want to offend anybody, but they also offer services to people that are transgender. So like if you are a man wishing to become a woman, you can take pills that can deter your testosterone so you can have more female features enhanced. That was really shocking. I didn't know that you could do that there. So that was like really like a good thing to know. I mean, I'm not interested in doing that, but it's just good to know, like, I know where to go if I knew somebody that was interested in doing that, Also, you could be 16 and older and go there for help for any kind, just like what I just described, or if you like want to terminate your pregnancy or whatnot, or get birth control. They also do pap smears, mammograms, flu vaccinations. They are like basically a clinic, but a lot of people just think, oh, Planned Parenthood is just a bad place and they get a bad rep. Anywho, so after I went there and I said I wanted the Paragard copper IUD, they told me that I had to educate myself on it. So they sent me home with a bunch of pamphlets about the copper IUD and other IUDs too, besides the copper one. I had my mind set up on the Paragard because everything else, I weighed the side effects and whatnot, and I just didn't want that. Some side effects said that it had weight gain, acne, hair loss, and then some people develop like mental issues, not like permanent mental issues, but they went like their hormones was like completely left, and I did not want that. So I said, I'm gonna stick to what I want. When I went there a couple of days after I educated myself on there, the doctors, well, the nurses there, they was like trying to deter me away from the Paragard, but I had my mind set on there because why would y'all have something that y'all don't recommend? I do suffer with low iron. I'm iron deficient. I do take iron pills when I want to, but not all the time because they back you up, and I don't like getting backed up. I think no girl likes to get backed up. But anywho, so I told them, I said I'm anemic. They didn't recommend that. They also said that if you have a heavy flow, it's not recommended for you to get it because the flow will get worse and the cramps will get worse. I still didn't care, you know. I just wanted something that didn't prevent me having babies and didn't, you know, have bad side effects later on in life. The copper IUD, just to pause from my part of the story, the copper IUD is basically copper. It's T-shaped. It goes into your uterus right there at the opening part of your cervix. The strings hang down. The strings aren't long enough for you to fill up there. They told me like, hey, a couple more days from now after it's planted, you know, stick 2 fingers up there and see if you can fill the strings. Cannot fill the strings. Now, I'm not trying to brag or whatnot, but your walls are like too tight to fill the strings. You're not going to fill the strings. It was like me trying to go like this, so that wasn't working. So I was like kind of nervous, but I went back. They rechecked it. Everything was fine. But anywho, back to the story. So they tried to deter me from it. I had my mind set on that. I said, no, I'm going to just get what I want. So I did. Before I went there, because I heard a lot of people, I read a lot of reviews about how IUDs, not even just the Paragard, but just all IUDs in general, hurt like hell. And I was like kind of nervous because if you know me, you know that like I am afraid of needles. Even though the IUD or any IUD is not a needle insertion, so don't be so alarmed. I'm just saying, like, I'm afraid of needles, so anything else beyond needles must hurt like hell too. And I read one review that one lady, as soon as the IUD went inside her, she like got cringed with like pain, and she was like sweat was dripping and whatnot. And I was like, poor lady, like what the heck? And it was a lot of reviews, and I never read a review saying, oh, IUD don't hurt, all IUDs hurt. So I'm like, oh my God. But you know, I was in for it. I was like, you know what, versus this pain versus going through labor, giving birth, suck it up. You know, you're just going to be in pain for a couple more minutes or whatnot, or seconds, versus being in hours of childbirth that my immature self is not ready for yet. So I was really nervous. So before I went there, I got some tea from Wawa. In Philly, it's this store called Wawa. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like the McDonald's of all gas stores, but it's not even a gas station store. It's just like its own individual store. So it's just awesome. Just come to Philadelphia, get yourself a Wawa. You'll understand why like Wawa is life in Philadelphia. Anywho, I went to Wawa. I got me some tea from there. I drank the tea. I ate a hot dog. I don't know why I wanted a hot dog, even though hot dogs are disgusting and I saw the video of how they make. I honestly don't care. I'm still gonna eat me a hot dog. If it's not human remains in there, I'm eating it. So I know I'm gonna get so many like mean ass comments beneath my post for me saying that, but I don't care. I like hot dogs. I like chicken nuggets. I heard chicken nuggets is another thing that's really grossly assembled. I don't care. I'm eating it. So anyhow, I went to Wawa, got me a tea because I read that tea actually soothes you. It was jasmine tea and this other tea called Earl Grey tea. I like mixing my teas together. I put honey and I put lemon juice in there. I don't put sugar in my tea. I'm sorry. I don't even put sugar in my coffee. It's just how I am. I was so nervous. I decided to take an 800 milligram ibuprofen. Now, 800 milligram is not over the counter. Like, you cannot buy that in the store. You have to get a prescription. However, I got in a car accident in 2017, and I had to get a prescription of 800 milligrams. It was a car accident, by the way. And I got a prescription of 800 milligrams of ibuprofen, which is basically, ibuprofen is Advil. You look on Advil, you'll see ibuprofen. So I basically got a Advil prescription of 800 milligrams. And I think the regular Advils is only 200 milligrams. I'm not telling you to take more than what the bottle prescribed you to take, but if you could get yourself on 800 milligrams, that's what's up. I also took myself a muscle relaxer, which was also given to me in a prescription by my doctor when I got in a car accident in 2017. Now, mind you, when I got the IUD inserted, it was 2018 of October. So it was basically like a year difference. And like prescription medicine don't expire until 2 years after it is written out to you. But most people take old medicine anyway. I don't, for one. But you know, like the opioid crisis, those addicts buy the pill from their dealer. They don't know how old that pill is, so they just take it. It still works. Like, old medicine works, and I'm not encouraging nobody to do pills to get high. But I'm just saying old medicine works, but it doesn't work as strong as it used to once it loses its expiration date. After the expiration date, it's not as strong, you know, or sometimes it don't work at all. So I took a 800 milligram ibuprofen probably like 45 minutes before my doctor's appointment. Then when I got inside of Planned Parenthood, they had me to wait because it was crowded and there was a lot of people getting seen that day. So I waited. I was nervous. In the back of my head, I still was like nervous because I didn't want nothing to hurt. So I decided to take the muscle relaxer and chase it down with my tea. About time I took the muscle relaxer, probably like 30 minutes later, they called me back. And I was hoping that they did do that because muscle relaxers don't take effect until like 30, 45 minutes or whatnot like that. So I was really hoping. When I went back there, the nurse, she took my vital signs and whatnot. She weighed me. She's like trying to educate me more about other IUDs and whatnot. It seemed like they really was trying to deter me away from it. And there's not a lot of like people of my color on the Paragard IUD or whatnot. I always see like other races on there, and based off of the statistics about Depo, how Depo make a lot of people not fertile or whatnot after they get off of it. A lot of it was happening in the African American minority group, and I didn't want that to happen to me because they was like trying to, you know, recommend another new form of birth control. And I'm like, is this like the Depo all over again? I'm not doing that. So I just like, no, I'm staying with my choice. Paragard me now. So she gave me another option. She left the room, said she was going to let me decide within 5 minutes. I just didn't understand why. She gave me more pamphlets of other things. I didn't even bother to read it. Long story short, now she came back. She kind of was like annoyed that I didn't make another choice. I honestly did not care. So she got the Paragard and she told me that she was going to talk me through it because she said it was going to hurt. So now I'm nervous. Now me, I don't like to know when things are happening. Like, just do it. Don't tell me, because like when you tell me like, oh, here come the needle, I'm like, so I just was like, just don't talk to me, just do it. And I didn't want to like, you know, say it in the most rudest way, but that's how it came out. And she already was like angry already. I don't know how her day was going, but she was like, you know, in full blown bitch mood. So I guess me getting smart with her put the icing on the cake. I don't know. So she was like, really? You really don't want me to talk to you? It was like, no, like, I'm scared. Just do it. If I feel the pain, then I just feel the pain. I won't like jump off the table and overreact or whatnot. Just do it. So she said, okay. I was on the phone with my best friend when she was inserting it. And I lied to you not, it did not hurt. Maybe because, wait, don't kill me in the comments. Maybe because I took the 800 milligram ibuprofen and my muscle relaxer, which I believe is called Fluxerol or something like that. And it's 200 milligrams, I think, of that. 200 or 300 milligrams. Maybe those two medicines combined together probably like brace the pain, because I honestly did not feel a sharp, intense pain, a stab, my cramps automatically like, you know, coming in. I did not feel nothing. So I'm laying on the table, talking to my friend on FaceTime, or I don't know, I was talking to her. I know she was on speakerphone. And normally when I get like procedures done that are painful, like a needle is not a procedure, but whatever, when I get something that's done that's painful, I try to like have my friends with me. But at that location, Planned Parenthood, they don't allow people inside the room with you. So I came along anyway, but I still wanted like someone to come. But based off of what I asked her the day that I got sent home with those pamphlets, she said no one can be in the room except for you and the nurse. I said, okay, well, fine. So I had my best friend on speakerphone. I was talking to her. I felt her put the clamps in me. The clamps don't hurt. If anybody ever got a pap smear before, pap smears don't hurt. It just feels like someone's like, something's in your vagina. So the clamps looks literally like this, but as the other part is open, they got like a little screw that like opens it up so they can see like your cervix or whatnot. And honestly, I didn't know what a cervix looked like until I like started researching about birth controls when I was 18. Before then, I did not know what a cervix is. I knew a cervix was something that was inside of my vagina, but I didn't know like in particular what it was and what it does. So basically, she put the clamps in, she opens it up, she widens it so she can see my cervix. Then she takes another thing, it's like a ruler, it's a metal ruler, but it looks like a stick if you don't know what you're looking at. But to them, they have like numbers on it. So she puts the metal stick up in me to see how long my cervix is and see how long she has to cut the strings for. She does that to see how long she has to cut the strings for. From there, I honestly did not feel her put my copper IUD in me. I lied to you not. I felt her basically taking the tongs down. Like I felt my vagina getting back to normal. And she said, okay, done. So I get up, but I'm about to get up. So she's like, wait, no, don't move. Lay back down and stay still for a couple of seconds. So she takes the tongs out. It's like a warm, weird feeling, like, ooh. It's not like a painful feeling. It's like, ooh, okay. So she takes it out. So she's like, okay, you can lay there for a couple of seconds or whatnot. I don't know. Maybe she probably thought I was going to be dizzy or whatnot. Honestly, was not dizzy. When I laid there for a couple of seconds, I got up. And then she was like, okay, get up. Put my underwear on. Walked out the door. That was it. It is not painful as what you expect. Is not bad at all. Now, maybe because I had a little help of like my prescription medication, I don't know, but it did not hurt. Now, the first 2 days it didn't hurt. It was probably like the third or fourth day I started experiencing cramps. The cramps was not bad, but they was cramps. Who want cramps? You ever had to go to the bathroom to do number 2 so bad your stomach starts to hurt? And it's like, ooh, I gotta go. It was those. It was basically, not trying to be nasty, but it was basically poop cramps. Every time I had like those intense cramps, it felt like I had to poop. So eventually, by like the third day of me cramping, not the third day after the procedure, but the third day of me cramping, because the first day I took it, second day I took it, third day was like, oh no. My brain finally clicked like, hey, maybe if you poop, it'll stop. So I run to the bathroom and it happens. So I think like those cramps is basically telling me to go to the bathroom. And I asked my gynecologist, I told her every time when I cramp, I always have to go, you know. And she said, well, if your uterus is tilted backwards, then it's lying on your nerve that connects to your colon. So you have a aggravated bowel whenever you cramp. That makes you go. And I said, oh, okay. And she said, and it's perfectly fine. Some people are born with a uterus tilted forward, and they feel cramps all in the front, you know. And she said, and then there's this people that's born with, you know, the best uterus ever, and it's just regular, and they don't experience cramps at all. And I was like, well, yeah, I have a friend that's like that, so that makes sense. But, you know, the cramps wasn't that bad. I did get woken up out my sleep a couple of times because of those excruciating cramps. But once I got woken up, I went to the bathroom, did what I had to do, and I will take an Advil and a muscle relaxer to, you know, put me back to calm. It wouldn't put me to sleep, but the muscle relaxer and the Advil actually like help ease the pain, along with a rice bag that I filled up, and I put it in the microwave, and I used to heat it up and put it right here on my belly so it won't hurt. But other than that, the Paragard copper IUD, I give it 100 stars out of 10 stars. As you know, like, how many stars would you rate this out of 10? I would rate it 100 stars instead of 10. It is the best choice that I ever made. I think it's the best form of a contraceptive, you know, because it's hormonal free. But, you know, everybody is not the same. Everybody's uterus is not the same. You know, it might not be painful to me, but it might not be painful to you, but to your best friend, it might be painful. So you don't know. But I'm just letting y'all know my pain tolerance is very low. Yeah, I'm afraid of needles. If I stub my toe, I will cry. So the Paragard, to me, the pain was not bad. On the scale of 1 to 10 on the pain of the Paragard, I give it a 2.5. It's not bad at all. Please get the Paragard. Do not believe anything that you read online. Most pharmaceutical companies hire people to like go out and troll the best solution of drugs, even though, how can I say this? Even though birth control is considered a drug, I think Paragard is a drug because it does have copper and it does fight away sperm. But pharmaceutical companies pay all people to troll other competitors so they could get, you know, more money coming into them. So don't believe everything that you hear online. And Paragard did not pay me to make this this video, because if so, I would not have this corny backdrop, which is the wall of my apartment. So yes, please go out, do your research. I really love my Paragard. It's been 4 months now since I had it. Spot and stop within 3 months. So it just stopped. I just stopped spotting like in December. Yeah, middle of December I started spotting. And it's not like every day you spot. It's like, oh, once or twice a week you'll spot. That's about it. My periods did not last long either. They told me that it was going to last longer than usual. It actually got shortened. And Paragard does not stop your menstrual. And that's another reason why I wanted my Paragard, because Paragard does not stop your menstrual. You keep the same menstrual schedule that you already had. And I don't want to like not lose my menstrual. Like, Me and my menstrual has a love-hate relationship, but I don't want to lose it, you know. I didn't gain weight. My skin is like pretty clear. Never had acne like that to begin with. Still don't. Yeah, I'm not moody. I love my Paragard. If you have any questions about the Paragard experience in me, just comment below. This is my first video. Please subscribe. We'll have more videos pertaining to anything, you know, that I experienced, or, you know, that y'all will want me to answer questions about. But in my opinion, the Paragard is bomb diggity. Peace.